All right, you.
I just realized that I wasn't recording that part with that beautiful statue, but I took some screenshots so I can send the pictures out in the email.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So for the invocations, let's do, well, in honor of the fact that we got a view of Hayagriva, let's take the invocation sheet. I happen to have it in a booklet, and let's go to the third verse, and let's see how we can do with these, the third and the fourth verse. And Rebecca, you've done this with me, right?
Okay, I think so. It seems a little familiar.
Yeah, I think I kind of forced it down yours and Judy's throats.
Second time around, even better.
Right. And Patty, I'm not sure if I gave that to you. We might have gone right to the Guru one.
I don't remember
so anyway, so this should be a 2-page document, and the entire first page is what we chant at the beginning of a Vedic chant session. But let's start with Jnananandamayan Devam. So repeat after me, and you're welcome to read it. Well, let's all chant Om together. Om. I'll chant the entire verse, one verse at a time, and then we'll break it down. Jnananandamayan Devam Nirmalasphaticakratim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam hayagrivamupasmahe. So repeat after me. Jnanananda, Jnanananda, Mayan Devam, Mayan Devam. Now I'll put that line together. Watch my mouth so that you see the transition from Ananda Mayam to Devam. It's going to go Mayan Devam. Jnanananda Mayan Devam. Everybody, twice through. Jnanananda Mayan Devam. Jnanananda Mayan Devam. The second line. Yes, questions. Unmute yourselves.
So just to be clear on that, J is silent, right? It's just a nya.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where is it? Which mouth position is it?
It is the second mouth position, up above the jaw, the soft palate. But a lot of times it'll feel like it goes to the throat. And remember, the word, now I'm going to really separate the sounds. Jnana. Everyone do that for yourselves. Jnana. 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 But there is a throwback to the throat. Jnana. Jnana. I try to, even though I say jnana, there's a g in there, I try to place that g forward of the throat. You know, it's, I have been taught jnana, but with Sonia Nelson and Deborah Kurian, it's simply jnana. Jnana. So you can hear something going on there. And what I wanted to point out again is that it means knowledge. And in the Greek word, we have gnosis or gnosis. And in English, we have kno. we know something. The K is silent. Now, gnosis, the way it's spelled, it sounds like the G. Hello, Pooch. Hello, sweetheart. So the GNOSSIS is telling me anyway that that's in the throat. And certainly the K, if it was ever sounded, that would be in the throat. So, but for some reason in Sanskrit, it is definitely considered to be a second mouth position sound. That combination of ja and nya, jnananandamayan. So even if you don't, if others don't hear it, put the intention there for jnya. So let me see if I can sound even better. Jnananandamayan devam. Everybody once more. Jnananandamayan devam. Moving on. Nirmalaspatikākratim. Nirmalaspatikākratim. One more time. Nirmalaspatikākratim. Let's put those two lines together. Jnananandamayan devam. Nirmalaspatikākratim. How's it coming? Okay. Let's move on to the third and fourth line. The third line only. Adharam sarva vidyanam. Adharam sarva vidyanam. And then moving on. Hayagrivamupasmahe. Hayagrivamupasmahe. Putting those two lines together. Adharam sarva vidyanam. Hayagrivamupasmahe. God bless you, Patty. Unmute yourselves. How was that?
It's
Good.
good. I like it. Sorry, Rebecca. I just am having a hard time a little bit with like the tune of the third line. Because I think there's so many long vowels that
Right.
I'm like having a hard time picking up on.
Adharam sarva.
And the tune
And
is the best we can do is that you follow me, because there were deliberate, it was intentionally not marked for chance, because the people in Chennai, you know, Menaka and Kaustubh and the people who are now heads of the Vedic Chant Center, they might change the melody. But we did learn it up, because even in my training, I remember learning it one way, and then Sonia had been in contact with Desikachar or Menaka, and she said, oh, they changed it. So the melody might change, so we just don't put in the chant marks at all, because why bother? Yes, Mr. Alex.
The M's with the dot under them, does it depend on the person that is chanting? My understanding from what I've tried to hear what you're saying is that sometimes it sounds like an N, and like the Nancy, because it makes the next one easier to pronounce.
Yes, if the next consonant is in dental mouth position. So that anusvara, everybody say anusvara.
Anusvara.
Anusvara is represented in the English letters as the M accompanied by the dot, either over or under the letter. So when you see that, you have to look beyond ahead to the next letter. And the next letter, if it is a consonant, and it always will be, because otherwise there is no anusvara, then you have to, the tongue, looking at the next letter. So for example, the very top line, Jnananandamayan Devam. The original word was Anandamayam, but it's followed by a word that begins at the teeth, Devam. So changes. The nasal sound at the end of the previous word changes to the nasal sound in the dental mouth position, so that there's no interruption and there's an easy flow into the next sound. Mayandevam. Mayandevam. Say that.
Mayandevam.
Mayandevam.
So, I mean, I can hear you do it and I can get it, but I think my confusion is more, I might have made the devam, I might have made that be an N sound just because I don't necessarily look ahead and I don't know the rule about the dental part, I guess.
Well, I have
If
a
you
question. I'm
sure,
sorry.
but let me just answer, let me just respond to that. If normally I take a breath at the end of devam, when you take a breath, then the is at the lips. If you want to move on in one breath, so that it would be like this. Jnananandamayan devan nirmalaspatikakritim, because the N in nir is also dental.
Spatika.
But if you take a breath, just end with an and start all over again with the M, with the dental.
So it's up to how the person chanting determines when they're going to take the breath.
Yes. Now there are rules in Vedic chanting about when you are allowed to take a breath and when you aren't, and that gets hard.
Okay.
But here, I've noticed in class, with Deborah and Sonia, it goes like this. Jnananandamayan devam nirmalaspatikakritim. Most of the time we take a breath there. So the anusvara is inconsequential.
Okay.
Patty, what was your question or
Well,
observation?
it's just kind of jumping off of what Alex was saying. I never thought about it, but why don't they just change the M to an N like they sometimes change an A to an O? They, the Sanskrit people.
That is done sometimes. I decided to copy it exactly the way it was presented to us, because, and in the meantime, what we were told, and it's interesting, Deborah Kurian was the one who would type out all of the Vedic chants that we did. And she acknowledged that sometimes she did change it to an N, but sometimes she left it as the M with the dot. And I'm not sure what was the deciding factor, but she would do it either way. And we were always encouraged to have a pencil with an eraser. And if it bothered us, or if we kept forgetting, write the N over the M and give a little cross out, and it just pencil mark. But eventually the tongue is trained. The message to the eye, from the paper to the eye to the tongue, becomes second nature. When you see what the next letter is, it becomes second nature, right, to just switch. And that's what we want. We want to chant with that much ease so that we can pick up any copy anywhere and just chant it. But certainly, and in my earlier sheets, I was marking them all over the place. And actually, we kind of got yelled at if we didn't mark them up. So use the pencil with an eraser anytime. And that's that. So what I do is I copy it out verbatim. I don't take any poetic license. Because there might be reasons that I didn't quite understand as to why they are the way they are. And I want to respect that. Okay, let's chant that whole verse together. Let's see how we do. Om Jnananandamayan Devam Nirmalaspatikakritim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam hayagrivamupasmahe. Or I'll do the last two lines another way. I'll see if I can do it all in one breath. What am I going to do with that anusvara at the end of vidyanam? Adharam sarva vidyanam hayagrivamupasmahe. The ha, the H is a throat sound, position 1. But we never did that in chant class. So just take a breath and enjoy the very pleasurable sound. Should we move? Yes.
So I can hear how you're pronouncing the name of the god, but if I were to just be reading something myself and saw this word, I would probably say hayagriva. And how do I know that it is haya when I look at it?
Well, it depends on the Sanskrit training that you have received.
Which is not none. You're my
It's ha. The letter A by itself is always is never A. The sound A is usually represented with the letter E. So it's haya, haya. Now there might be people in India, people who grew up with this chant, they might be saying heya, heya grivam. And the ya might cause that sound to become an, it's like hayagrivamupasmahe, haya, 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 haya. It might just evolve into heya. But for this chant, try to keep it haya. Hayagrivamupasmahe. Jnananandamayan Devam, the God of the bliss of the Maya is illusion. This deity who is the bliss of the illusion of knowledge, bliss of knowledge, mayam. I'm not exactly sure, but there's jnana and ananda, bliss of knowledge, mayan devam. Nirmala, mala is pollution or dirt. And here the nir prefix means without dirt, so pure, spotless. Nirmala spatika kritim. Spota, I'm not sure about the word spati, but there's this term spota, which is discussed in the Upanishads. And it has to do with apparently what the cobras do is I think it came down to our word spit, spota, a bursting out of something. And in the case of a cobra, it's a bursting out of poison to kill somebody. But in terms of this, it's a spurting of knowledge, a spurting of realization, something like that. A spurt, there you go, spurt, spota. Yes, Alex. Could you please unmute your beautiful voice?
That is maybe it is a different word, but it's spelled the same. That also is a type of mala bead, the spatik. And in some traditions, when, you know, Tulsi is for a lot of Vaishnava things and Rudraksha is for a lot of shit, this spatik one, those clear crystals, could be used for any type of mantra.
And what's it called again?
Spatik. It's spelled like that. Spatik.
Ah, spashtik.
With that same spelling.
Spashtik. I wonder if it has spashtik. I wonder if it has to do with that bead represents the idea that we can get a burst of realization, you know. I don't know, I'm just imagining, guessing here. Spoda, spatika. Adharam, holding. Adharam, sarva, all. Vidyanam, one who holds all knowledge. Hayagrivam upasmahe, we worship, we revere, we bow down to Hayagriva. Shall we chant the next one? Okay. I'll do the whole verse. Pundarikasanasinam Pandurabhrendusannibham Akhanda bodhajanakam hayagrivamupasmahe. So let's just chant this one line by line. Pundarikasanasinam Pundarikasanasinam. Next line. Pandurabhrendusannibham Pandurabhrendusannibham. Let's put those two lines together. Pundarikasanasinam Pandurabhrendusannibham. How did we do? Good, Alex? How's it coming? Should we move on to the third and fourth lines? Okay. Akhanda bodhajanakam hayagrivamupasmahe. Oh, sorry, I should have divided up the lines. I'll do that now. Akhanda bodhajanakam Akhanda bodhajanakam hayagrivamupasmahe hayagrivamupasmahe. Now let's do those two lines together. Akhanda bodhajanakam hayagrivamupasmahe. How are you doing? Questions, observations?
Can we try just doing all four, doing the whole thing?
Yes.
That section. I love it when the last verse is familiar.
Yeah. Isn't that nice? You get to repeat something. Yeah.
I did feel this one was a little harder. This section was harder
Yeah.
than the first section.
More difficult
that-
than the first before, huh?
The first
More-
line with all those long, holding all those, you know, you kind of get lost in it. It's harder to chunk, I find.
in Pundarika.
Yes, yes.
Pundarika.
And then the second line is very long.
And it has that interesting, in the middle, the BHR sound is like very lively.
Right. So yeah, they are called Balam sounds, Mahaprana. Everyone say this. Repeat after me. You don't have to mute yourselves. Let's see what happens. Just say Maha.
Maha.
Beautiful. Prana.
Pranam.
Pranam or prana. Mahaprana.
Mahaprana. So is that's what it's called when you're using that lower, you know, your abdomen to make that H sound?
Yeah.
Mahaprana.
Yes, we draw the abdomen in quickly towards the spine to support that breathy sound,
Right.
that aspirated sound. So it's just about every time we see an H, but sometimes
Right.
the H is, so the BH is really Bah. BHA is Bah. So, but then the one before that in that second line is more difficult, well, interesting, because there's a Bah followed by a Re, brain. So let's just take that let's isolate that for a moment. Repeat after me. Brain. Do that again. Brain. One more time. Brain. Your dog likes that sound. So listen to that line. I'll chant that second line again. Pandura brain dusannibham. So twice we get to draw the abdomen in quickly towards the spine. So let's do just that line twice through. Then we'll do the whole verse. Pandura brain dusannibham. Pandura brain dusannibham. Interesting. If we slow it down, it is doable. Also, if we slow it down, we might not get to the end in one breath. What to do? We make choices. So it's good to learn the mechanics of it by doing it slowly. And then once your tongue gets accustomed to it, do it faster anyway, so that we can get it all in one breath. All right, here we go, the entire verse. We'll do it twice through, once slowly, and the other time we'll pick up some pace. Pundarikasanasinam Pandura brain dusannibham Akhanda bodhajanakam hayagrivamupasmahe. Now we'll pick up the pace. Pundarikasanasinam Pandura brain dusannibham Akhanda bodhajanakam hayagrivamupasmahe. How are we doing?
I like that tune, you know, like even when you started the first one, it was like, oh, right. This is like, I feel like I can do this. You know, even though it doesn't have the marks, I don't know what that is for me, but I was like, oh, this will be a little more familiar.
Oh, that's good. It's
In
nice
some
to
way.
know. Yeah. Well, perhaps the people in India decided to be kind. Give us something. And it's familiar, or it will be. Shall we try both verses together?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are honoring Lord Krishna in the incarnation of horse at his head anyway. Om Jnananandamayan Devam Nirmalaspatikakritim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam hayagrivamupasmahe pundarikasanasinam pandurabhrendusannibham akhanda bodhajanakam hayagrivamupasmahe. Who would like to chant it? Who would like to chant the first verse, and then somebody else can chant? Well, you know, we can work on the first verse first.
I'll try
Okay,
the first
Rebecca.
verse.
Yeah, here we go.
I mean, I might make it up with this tune, but.
No.
Om Jnananandamayan Devam Nirmalaspatikakritim Adharan Sarva Vidyanam hayagrivamupasmahe.
Very nice. The last, I'll go backwards.
Yeah.
Adharam.
Oh, okay.
Everyone
Goes
do that.
down. Adharam.
Yes. And for everyone, whenever the Y comes in, we've been taught by Sonia to really make that a clear articulation of the tongue. So in the first line, mayan, give that its due attention, meaning it's not just mayan like that, but it should be mayan, mayan devam. And then for you, the only thing, I think there were a couple of articulations, long versus short, just in the top line, Rebecca. Just repeat after me. Everyone, just repeat after me. Jnananandamayan Devam. Now do that. I'm going to take a sip of water. Yeah. I'm waiting for the mouths to stop. And it's an interesting thing to note. We have ya and na, and then nandam. Ya na nandam. The is short, but it gets a weight. That syllable gets a weight because the end of it is a compound consonant. So that's why it kind of sounds all the same. Yana nandamayandevam. Who would like to chant that verse or the second one?
I'll try the first one. The first one really felt.
Let's
like,
master the first one.
I feel like for some, like Rebecca was saying, the first verse really feels approachable.
We get our confidence and then we get challenged.
We'll see about that, Leslie. Yananandamayandevam nirmala spatika kritim adharam sarvavidyanam hayagrivamupasmahe.
Beautiful, bravo. Very, very nicely done. Again, whenever there is a compound consonant, I can't remember where it has sort of, oh, I know. Take a look at the third line. There's a tendency to rush sarva vidyanam, but there's a sarva. And, you know, when we take our time, sometimes for me, it feels like a relief that I don't have to rush. So whenever there's a long vowel or the ending of a syllable that has a compound consonant, I get to linger, and that keeps the anxiety at bay for me. And I'm not sure if that will work for you, but so never mind what I heard you do, just listen to that third line. Adharam sarva vidyanam. So I kind of went a little bit long, but sarva vid, that rva gives you a chance to, so we don't want to have to rush that. Believe me, if once we rush ourselves, it's, it's the end of the game.
So the first two syllables are the same, and then you go down for the third syllable, and then when you get to sarva, is that staying like, I think my problem with the third line is just I'm a little confused as where the.
And maybe I was inconsistent. Let's see. Adharam sarva vidyanam. Let's do that all together. Adharam sarva vidyanam. Adharam sarva vidyanam. That was really nice, Patty and Rebecca. Patty, I wanted to address one thing that I've heard before, and I think you're ready to hear this. On the long ahs. No, it's beautiful. Sometimes, and you're not alone because I can do this, a lot of people can do this, we tend to put an ah sound in instead of an ah sound. So I would suggest that we just open the mouth from top to bottom so that the sound yana is not there, but instead we get yana nandamayandeva. So for you, allow there to be more up and down space and less sideways space in the mouth. I don't think that's the case with you, Rebecca. And and that said, I have been accused by my teachers of overdoing that. It's so easy to irritate them. Alex, would you like to try? You're the only one left. Okay.
Sure. Jnananandamayan devam nirmalasvatika kritim adaram sarva vidyanam hayagrivamupasmahe.
So beautiful, so beautiful. Just a couple of things. Number one, we're going to raise the pitch for you. Was that a struggle to be that low? Yeah, yeah. Try it this way, Alex. Jnananandamayan devam nirmalaspatika kritim. Do those two lines for me.
Jnananandamayan.
Okay. Jnananandamayan devam. What's another roller coaster, isn't it? Going up the hill. Da-da-da. So crank it slowly.
Jnananandamayan devam.
Perfect, perfect. You want to try the second line?
Nirmalasvatika kritim.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That is so close. That is really good, and it can be even better, but it was very good. Nirmalaspatika kritim. I think it's just difficult to get that SPH, that Mahaprana sound in there. Spa. And then right after that, we have the third mouth position, T, T. So we go from spa to T, spati. Everyone do this. Say spati, spati, spati. So now let's put those sounds together. Nirmala spatika kritim.
Nirmalasvatika kritim.
Yes, and just let the ka be longer. One more time.
Nirmalasvatika kritim.
Nirmalaspatika kritim. I want you to exaggerate the length of ka.
Nirmalasvatika kritim.
Yes, and that wasn't too long. That wasn't too long. So good. All right, how about, let's one more time, let's chant both verses together, because someday soon, I mean, maybe even today, it's going to be like second nature to you. And then you won't need to read it, and it'll just flow off the tongue, and Hayagriva will be so pleased. Om. Jnananandamayan devam nirmalaspatika kritim adharam sarva vidyanam hayagrivamupasmahe pundarikaasanasinam pandurabhrendusannibham akhanda bodhajanakam hayagrivamupasmahe. Bravo to all of you. Unmute yourselves. Who would like to chant all two verses?
Oh, for goodness sakes, that would be so hard.
I feel like I need to practice the second verse about 12 more times.
Yeah. You know what was helpful? When I first learned this, I was new to this lineage, and it felt like it felt like everyone in the group knew this chant except me. And nobody bothered to teach it. So every time the group chanted it, I just, listened and joined in and listened and joined in. And finally it got inside my consciousness as well. So you have the disadvantage of not getting to hear a group every day for 2 weeks, which is what I got to do.
Right.
And that was very helpful.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try it. It's just for fun. And then just when you're getting totally lost, you get to hayagriva. You're like, hayagriva.
Twirl that lasso.
Okay, anyway, I'll try it. Okay. Oh. Yananandamayang devam nirmalaspatika kritim adharam sarva vidyanan hayagrivamupasmahe pundarikakasanasi nam pandura brendusanibham akhanda bodhajanakam hayagrivamupasmahe. Something like
Bravo.
that.
Bravo.
What I've noticed a little habit of mine, like when I was trying this week with the Gayatri Mantra, with all the H's,
Yes.
is that I start putting that H everywhere. Like all of a sudden, everything is like, ha, ha.
This Mahaprana.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's get in the habit of calling that H a Mahaprana.
Maha.
That's what the H is.
Mahaprana. I'm just want that everywhere. That's coming out in every Maha. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for listening.
It's dinner time.
That's what it feels like. Oh.
Patty.
Hello.
You want to go next?
How are you?
Go for it.
All right. Yananandamayam devam. Can I start over? I'd like to start. I messed up too many things already. I have to start over. Yananandamayam devam nirmalaspatika kritim adharam sarvavidyanam hayagrivamupasmahe pundarikasanasinam pandura brendusanibham akhanda bodhajanakam. I don't remember how that line goes at all.
You're doing fine.
Akhanda bodhajanikam hayagrivamupasmahe.
Bravo. Bravo.
And
Yes.
Rebecca's right about the hayagrivamupasmahe comes, and you're like, I really do praise you for being here right now. This line.
Right. Okay, Alex, you're on. As soon as you stop laughing, it's your turn.
Om Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmalasvatikakritam Adaram Sarva Vidyanam hayagrivamupasmahe Pundarika Shanasinam Pandura Brendusanibam Akhanda Buddha Janakam hayagrivamupasmahe.
Bravo, you got through it. That's great. Interesting. The hayagrivam, it's hayagrivam. If we were to separate the words, it would be hayagrivamupasmahe. Upasmahe is what we are doing. And we are doing this to hayagriva. And so the is a direct object ending. Hayagrivamupasmahe. So it's better to blend it all. Hayagrivamupasmahe vamu. Vamonos. We have eaten up almost the whole hour.
It's been beautiful. And I am going to have to sign off.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. You did fabulous.
Yes.
You sounded wonderful, Alex. Thank
Beautiful.
you. You did a beautiful job. All is coming.
It has been so such a boon.
Didn't Patapi Joyce say practice and all is coming?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, you did. Yes.
Namaste.
Bye, Alex.
Bye.
Okay. Yes. I too, I have my physical therapy, but I just wanted to say one thing. From last week, doing the Gayatri Mantra with the hand motions, like it was so beautiful, and it's just been this like coming together of summer, and like for me personally, like the ending of the school year, like letting that go and learning that, and like being out. Patty, you've seen me out on the deck, or, you know, it's a little patio in the morning, and with these beautiful mornings, and I just stand there and do that, and it's so, like, I'm just in love with that. I'm so enjoying it.
Rebecca, you left my class this morning, and I actually did that at the end of class today. If you had stayed on.
I'm sorry. I had to go to the dentist, that's why I had to leave. But that's so beautiful.
Do you have time to do it once more? We could end with that.
Sure.
Okay. Who would like to be the one to be sounded? Would it
Rebecca,
be awful if all three?
I was kind of glad that you signed off though, because then I felt like I messed it up, and they didn't know, but you would have known.
Oh.
I don't really know either, but
because I want to hear. Oh God, I just want to hear everyone. You know, it's just that's hard. That's the hard part, not being able to hear people.
Right. But I'm gonna mute, but you know, and then we can hear you, Leslie.
Okay. Patty, why don't you? Patty, you know this, right?
Just the middle part, right? Are we going to do, are you talking about doing the whole thing through?
Go the whole thing through.
Oh.
Okay, I'll do the vyahrtis. I'll do the vyahrtis in the beginning and the siras at the end, and then you can do the meat in the sandwich. Okay.
Okay. The avocado.
Okay. Om bhuhu Om bhuvaha Om suvaha Om mahaha Om janaha Om tapaha Om satyam.
Om Tat Savito Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat.
Om Apojyoti Raso Amritam Brahma Bhur Bhuvasuvaro.
Thank
Was
you.
that a sufficient, was this sufficient?
Oh, beyond.
Beautiful. So beautiful. But do you
Oh.
see that with all those H's in there? I was just like, I was Mahaprana
Mhm.
overload.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Great.
All right.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for joining us. And thank you, Patty, always. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just so happy that you're willing to do it and that we're all here together. It's wonderful.
thank you. Bye,
Have a good
Rebecca.
week. Okay. I'll see you next week. Patty,
Okay,
are you
Cool.
while you're at away in Maine?
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
I'll still do classes. I'll do classes from
Oh.
where I am. So
Oh, you're going to Maine? How wonderful.
yes,
That's
yes.
great.
My
Yeah.
friends have like an all-girl sleepaway camp, but they had to cancel summer. This summer they had to cancel the camp, so we're gonna go to
Yeah.
camp.
Nice.
Fantastic. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah,
Okay.
that should be nice.
Bye.
I'll
Bye,
show
Rebecca.
you next week.
Okay. And Patty, so since I've got you, let's see. Well, I guess my homework is to listen to the recordings, right? Is that what I should do?
If that is, yes, you can absolutely do that. There's also, I mean, I could edit things if you want to get, maybe you would want to pick a highlight or two from each class, because then if there's a part you don't like, we can leave that out. Or if it's just maybe instead of all of the back and forth, but sometimes that's helpful. I don't know.
Yeah.
We can
just-
also, if you wanted to use some on your website, I think what we would maybe do is take some clips of
Yes. Yeah.
us doing
just
like
simply-
a chant, just kind of a clean cut of it.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you could maybe post some of those on your website. And then maybe the full class will just be kind of a private thing for people who maybe missed class and wanted to catch up or just
Yeah.
practice review
That sounds
for
that
the
sounds
final
good.
exam.
all right.
When does that come? When are we getting that?
I don't know yet. Anyway, thank you so much. So when do you leave for Maine?
A Saturday.
Tomorrow? Saturday.
Saturday,
Oh, great.
yeah,
Have a
we have
wonderful
some time.
time. Great.
I'm sorry, I meant to send that illustration of the mouth positions and then I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something and I sent the email.
All
but
right. Well, if you think of it, that would
I'll
be
do it
great.
again.
If
Isn't it beautiful?
otherwise,
I
we
just
can
loved
just
it.
send everybody to the American Sanskrit Institute website because they really. I'm glad it was helpful.
Yeah, it's just, it's beautiful and helpful, both.
Good.
Okay, well,
Okay.
take care of yourself. I'll see you soon.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
You too. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
You too. Namaste.
Namaste.